Okay, so sorry. This is my third video, and I was still trying to find how to go live. Ugh, thank goodness for ChatGPT. Oh my god, I was like breaking a sweat. So my son came running up here and was like, you're late." I'm like, "I know." Okay. Ah, all right. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys have had a beautiful day so far. What's today? Today's Thursday. So I'm just gonna say hi to all and testing my chat, which works. So super excited. I'm gonna give people just like a couple more minutes to pop in here. I thought I had a sneeze. So sorry. So just a little bit of backstory while people are starting to funnel in here. And if you're Hispanic, Latin time, I get it. I am doing a masterclass once a month. Each topic is going to be different related to health. The first one I did was about how to read ingredients, what to stay away from. Last month was, oh my gosh, no, I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember what last month was. But this month is going to be household cleaners. I will be doing one about supplements. Last one was about having, why are kids always hungry all the time and all the scenarios, stressors that can affect a child's level of hunger. So, hello, Natalia. So happy you're here. And again, this is going to be recorded. So if you have to jump off, I know this is kind of a weird time for putting kids to bed. That's totally fine. All of my lives are going to be recorded and then they will transfer to my YouTube channel. So feel free to share, like, comment on the videos. I really hope you find this helpful. Let's see. So I hope you had a great day. It's been a very productive day for me. And my mom's here for dinner, so we're going to eat after. Well, they'll probably eat without me, but that's okay. So I hope you guys are having a good week so far. And I'm just going to take a sip of water before I start. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, taking the time. I know this is a busy time, but figured, everybody's kind of just winding down. So I am going to prepare to share my screen with you guys. Oh man, all these technology stuff. Thank God I do not work in tech because that just wouldn't be good for anybody. Okay. Let me go to share screen. All right. Here we go. Yes, I can do it. Okay. So we're going to start with household cleaners and toxic chemicals in your home. And this is a very important topic because we're constantly shopping for household cleaners. We're constantly shopping for laundry detergent, bathroom cleaner. What's the best way to get our germs out of the house, right? And we use them constantly. Once your kids are of a certain age, they're eventually going to clean the house. They're eventually going to go to college, and they're eventually going to get their own cleaners. So these really do play a very big role in our health. We just don't really piece the connections. And again, nobody kind of really just talks about this. So this is why I am bringing this to light. Excuse me. Before we dive in, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Cristina Moreira. I am the proud owner of my own practice called Cheers to Health, where I work with clients one-on-one or in a group setting or just sharing my knowledge with you all and really teaching people to live a holistic, balanced lifestyle. The goal is never perfection, but also keeping in mind when I do have clients and teaching you guys here that it's not just our food, but there's so many different factors that affect our health. And it's really just paying attention to what we expose ourselves to every day. And I've been a registered nurse for almost 20 years. So now shifting into the more holistic health side of healthcare. and I have a certificate in nutritional therapy. I have 2 kids. I have a lot of chickens and ducks and a dog and an amazing husband and just a great family. So that's just a little bit about me. I'm very passionate about this. The reason why I am because I have been in your shoes, whether you're like, I don't know that my house has even chemicals in it. And I was there with you at one point. Trust me, I didn't know what I know now. That's why I'm sharing all of this with you guys. So let's just touch on a couple of common health conditions in kids and adults. And the reason why I'm touching on these is because we have seen a dramatic rise, a very dramatic and drastic increase in ADHD, ADD in children and also adults, allergies and asthma. As a nurse, I have seen a lot of kids that have asthma or hyperreactive airway disease at a very young age. And that is pretty alarming because that is just telling us there is something triggering their lungs to start, constricting, which restricts their airway and oxygen. Eczema, I am very familiar. That is how I started my health journey when my son had eczema and I just wasn't getting answers. And I had to look into holistic routes, and that's what led me down the rabbit hole of holistic health. Cancer, I worked in oncology for majority of my career, and I will say I hear a couple of times a week somebody got diagnosed with cancer, which is very alarming, especially in the age group of 20 to 40s. So people are getting diagnosed with cancer younger. The rise of childhood cancer is increasing as well. And those are alarms. These are alarms that we need to be paying attention to. We have obesity. Obesity is on the rise, and that leads to other metabolic dysfunctions and diseases. We also have anxiety, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. So, I'll touch on eczema just because I've dealt with that in my home. So, once I started learning about, okay, how about our food? Okay, well, what else do I do? And I know everybody has heard of Dreft, a very popular laundry detergent for babies. I bought that because that's what I was told to buy. And once I started learning about eczema, that's when I slowly started making a lot of changes in our home because whatever touches my son's skin had a very big impact on his body. So, again, just these are common conditions, and these are conditions that can be affected by our household cleaners because of the ingredients. So, who has this happened to anybody? So you're gonna picture this. You're walking down the cleaning products aisle in Target, right? Who doesn't love to go to Target? And you smell all the fragrances. At one time, you're getting a hit, right? So you're in the cleaning aisle. Then you sneeze. It's happened to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll now hold my breath. But there's a reason why. Why are you sneezing when you step into that aisle? And that's what I really want you guys to start thinking about, making connections. Oh, if I am sneezing, maybe something that I'm smelling is causing an irritation to my body, and I'm being reactive to it. So somebody made the comment, oh, the baby detergent killed her hands. Yes. And she had terrible eczema. And I know she is using better products now. So that's good to know. So you guys be very mindful of this and make that connection. Maybe you get a headache when you start walking down the cleaning aisle. I do know somebody, this was a nurse I was talking to, and she was telling me, I was telling her about the cleaners that I'm going to share with you guys. And she was telling me she gets the worst headaches when she's cleaning. I'm like, girl, what are you cleaning with? She's like, I'm cleaning with bleach. I'm like, okay, that's probably why you're getting the headaches, because you're inhaling all those chemicals. When you're inhaling it, it is going inside our body to our cells. We're made of trillions of cells. We need to be very careful with how we treat these cells, because if not, we're going to have major health issues. Then next, so how much of your day is spent at home? A lot of people after COVID, they work from home now. So I work from home. So I am getting up, I clean my counters, and I'm home a lot when I'm not outside, right? So during the week, we probably spend about 10 to 15 hours from home. If you do work outside the home, you're up in the morning, you're gone for 6 to 8 hours, Your kids may have sports, you come back, but then you're sleeping. We have to count the fact from when we're sleeping at home and our bed sheets touch our skin. And also, we drink from glassware that's washed with dish soap. We drink from glassware that is being washed in the dishwasher with the tablets that are being sold. We spray fragrance when we want our houses to smell nice, because who doesn't want a house to smell nice? I get it. We clean our countertops. Like I said, I clean my countertops multiple times a day, especially if you're cooking a lot at home. So your home, like you are living and breathing here. And what I really harp on to my clients and everybody that I talk to is a lot of times you get really worried. Oh, well, I'm worried about this and that. I'm like, you control the controllables. You control what you buy at the store. You control what cleaning products you put in your home. And not to mention, if you have infants, you have pets, you have a baby that's crawling, they're going to be low level. So whatever you're cleaning with on the floor, your baby is touching with their skins. Babies put everything in their mouths. So we need to be very mindful of what we're mopping with. And, if you're going to clean your baby's toys, what are you cleaning with? Because that child, that infant is going to put that toy in their mouth. So again, our home is our refuge. There we go. Perfect. Our home is our refuge. So when we get home from work, we walk in the door, we feel at ease because our home is a place where we keep it calm, we keep it tranquil. Like I have essential oils diffusing when I wake up in the morning. But it's also what kind of air are we breathing when we're spraying those cleaners, and what exactly is in the air is very important. So are you cleaning with chemicals and you don't think anything of it? Most likely, because I was there too. And remember, small exposures over the years add up to big exposures in the body. Just because you can't see what it's doing internally, just know that if you're cleaning with toxic chemicals, it's absolutely 100% affecting your body. And you will see it at some point in time. Just for example, like diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a very prevalent disease that is happening in our nation right now. A person gets diabetic once their body is like tapped out, they have too much blood sugar circulating in their system, and the body's tried to compensate. So our bodies are very good at protecting us, but when the body's tired, that's when we see disease. So just know that the more exposure to chemicals you have, the more likely that you are putting your body and cells at risk. And what we're exposed to in our home matters so much, like I just touched on. And the old adage is you're fine until you're not. And I want you all to be fine. I want you all to thrive, especially if you have children and especially if you have babies. And also if you're trying to conceive, preconception and paying attention to these sort of things is going to be very important for you and your spouse. So let's talk kitchen cleaners, right? Because we, as women, men, if you're on here, you guys spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time in my kitchen, spraying the countertops. I mean, I think I counted, and I will do four to 10 sprays just throughout my countertop. And that's just, let's say, after breakfast. So all those droplets, I am smelling and I'm inhaling them. And if my kids are doing that same, they're also inhaling. And so is my dog. My dog lives obviously inside the house. And like I said earlier, our kids are eventually going to help out and will be exposed to these household cleaners. So if you have a child that has hyperactive airway disease, they have asthma, they have eczema, I really do implore you and encourage you, let's take a look at starting to get some of those chemicals out of your house to have a happy and healthy home. Now, little tips. If you see on a product bottle, it says hazardous, warning, scent, fragrance, please know there is a chemical product in that. And if you see something hazardous, are you going to want to use it? I'm going to think no. And if there's a warning, okay, well, what is it warning me about? What is it really telling me here? So that's what I want. And again, this is a mindset shift that we have to start thinking about. There's a lot of I put clean companies that will still add in fragrance. So we want to read the whole label, or I really do encourage you to go on the website. Anytime I'm going to introduce something into my house, or I'm like, oh, what's that product? I will automatically go to the website because It's not that I have a mistrust. It's just that companies don't always have to put everything on their labels. So if you want to know what's in a product, go to their website and you will know 1,000% step by step what's in there. So this is a good example here. This is a very popular brand, Mrs. Meyer's, and I got this from the EWG website, which I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. So we have the ingredients all listed here for us to see, but I highlighted methyl lysothiazine, this one right here, and benzoythiazine. And I got this directly from the Mrs. Meyer's website. So now what you're going to see is I'm also going to share with you guys a really good, I'm going to give you guys resources too. That way you're not leaving here like, okay, like what do I do? So we have here on the EWG website, which I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes, that these ingredients, this one here and this one here, it's going to grade the ingredients for you. So it's going to do like A through F or best ingredients. And the reason why that is very important is because what is that ingredient going to do to us? So some common concerns is it's going to cause some skin and allergy irritations. It's going to cause some develop and reproductive toxicity. There's no other really common concerns. So that's just two of the ingredients amongst the ones listed. So again, it's really paying attention to, okay, if you don't know what it is, I do encourage you to look it up and see how those ingredients do affect our health. And again, at the bottom here, it says that it contains fragrance allergens, which if you spray it, you might just start sneezing. So this product, I know it didn't get graded so well. So now that I'm on the topic of EWG, they do have an app, and I am going to share a different screen just so I could walk you guys through this website. So this is the environmental working group, and they'll give you a dirty dozen list. They'll give you the clean 15. This is a really phenomenal website that I would encourage you guys to bookmark on your computers, on your phone. So if you ever have any questions, like they rate makeup, sunscreen, air fresheners. So what I'm going to show you guys here is you're going to go to consumer guides. So we're going to click here. And then I'm going to want to know, and then you can just continue to website if that pops up. I'm going to want to know about, okay, give me a guide to healthy cleaning. So it says guide to healthy cleaning provides you with easy to navigate hazard ratings for a wide range of cleaners and ingredients. So once we click on here, it's going to give us a little paragraph. Then I'm going to go to view guide. So then it's going to give me a guide. Again, this popped up, just continue to cite. This is going to give me a really good guide to cleaners. Now, what I love about this is that this is broken down into, sorry, these pop-ups. This is broken down into categories, and which is really nice. So air fresheners, all purpose, dishwashing, bathroom. So let's just, for the sake of it, click on air fresheners. So you can sort best to worst. We want to look for EWG verified if possible. Then obviously we want A through B. So EWG and A and B are great. We do want to stay away from anything C or below. So if you scroll here, you're going to see all of the air fresheners that get graded A. And then now I'm going to change it worst to best. Now it's going to give me Airwick. Let's just click on this. So you're going to click on it. It's going to open a window. Okay, here we go. So this is the cool linen and white lilac scent. So this is really nice because it lays out for you some respiratory concerns, skin allergies, high developmental and reproductive. So if you are trying to conceive, if you're having some challenges reproductive wise, please pay attention to stuff like this. Low environment. And then you can also click on each ingredient if you want to know more. So like sodium borate, high concern for developmental, endocrine, reproductive effects. You guys, like, this is real. This is breaking it down for you. And there is no question that that ingredient in that air spray that a lot of businesses, a lot of homes have is causing really awful health issues. And I've seen a lot of women, unfortunately, in their 20s to 40s having reproductive challenges. This is something that we have to pay attention to, because it's very disheartening to hear. And these women are going through a lot emotionally trying to conceive. So please, if you guys know somebody that is having a hard time conceiving, please share this information with them. It can really help on their fertility journey. So that is just one category that you can see, which is so good. But they do everything. So you can click on bathroom and all of their stuff is going to be here. So, which is nice. So some products like, 365 is rated really, really well. So again, I just encourage you guys, save this page. The app, let me put the app in the chat. So the app is literally just EWG, all capital letters, and it is free. I have it on my phone, so I do use it quite a bit. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this screen here. And then I'm going to go back to my presentation. Okay. All right. So let's touch on marketing for a minute. Marketing, and this goes the same with food when I did my talk about ingredients in food. You guys, what is the number one driver when you have a business? It's to make money, right? We all want to be successful. We all want to make a profit. And the cleaning, household cleaner companies are no exception. They spend hundreds and millions of dollars into advertising. Oh, smells good. How many times do you hear or on TV about, Airwick fragrances? So they're pushing their agenda to buy the product because we have it ingrained that we need our house to smell good. And that's just not the case. So my overall to you, my big takeaway is they're gonna make their product look beautiful. Let's go back to that Mrs. Meyer's bottle. Look how pretty it is. The color's nice. I would buy it just on first glance. Like, so they have me hooked. I would get it. It's nice, it's clean, it's simple, multi-surface, and yeah, sure, I would buy it. But let's think again. We always want to go to the back of that product to look to see what the ingredients are. If they're not listed on the product, I would either put it back or pull out your EWG app or go to the company's website when you're in the store and then actually look at that list of what exactly is in that product. And remember, they have a product to sell. So they're going to attract us women because we like nice and pretty things and we're the ones that buy it. So again, we have to have awareness for us as the consumer when we're purchasing. Are we purchasing because something looks nice, or are we purchasing for something that's going to benefit the health and wellness of our family, especially if you have a loved one that is dealing with chronic health issues, or they're having a cancer, or they're going through a cancer journey right now. That you definitely don't want a lot of the products sold nowadays in your home if your family member, because look, all of this gets cleaned, the floor, the counter, if you do like a spring cleaning, you clean your cabinets, the windows get cleaned. So like everything gets a chemical at some point if you have chemicals in your home. So again, we like for our home and clothes to smell good, but at what cost? At what cost is it going to say, oh my gosh, I remember Christina, she smelled so good. Nobody's really gonna harp on that. I don't care if I smell good. I will put I just put on an essential oil. I will use that because at the end of the day, I know I'm washing my clothes and good detergent. I know my kids are getting, good detergent on their clothes that touches their skin 24/7. homes and businesses that smell good, if you're walking into somewhere and you smell strong fragrances, know that you're smelling chemicals. It is really that simple. It's not that complicated. If there's a strong fragrance and you see a plug-in that's an Airwick or Glade or Febreze, they are most likely going to have chemicals. There are very few. I think Febreze and Glade, I don't even know if they make like a safe rated plug-in. Um, so again, it's definitely a big mind shift of thinking smelling doesn't always have to equal smelling good, and you want to think of your health and safety. So the less you smell, the less like chemicals you're going to smell. Um, Another really big thing to harp on here is companies are not required to test their ingredients for safety, which is incredibly scary. And I learned this from the girls at Branch Basics, which is the products that I use. And I'm going to give you guys some resources on that. So if they're not required to test ingredients for safety, they're just mixing stuff together to do the cleaning job. And we should be very alarmed by that. Um, that's just a very big red flag, in my opinion. Yes, somebody said, I'm mad about this. I was too. But there's hope at the end of the day. Okay, so where do you start? So the biggest thing and this could really launch your health journey. This could launch your lifestyle change. You know, a lot of times I didn't begin my health journey. I'm 41, so almost 17 years ago. And remember, guys, I went to nursing school. I'm a very educated. I know my stuff. I didn't know any of this. I was completely clueless, and I had to learn about this stuff because my son had eczema. That's how I learned. I don't want you guys to have a medical diagnosis or be struggling with health challenges for you to make this shift. Let's be proactive about our health, and that ways we can minimize disease in your home and minimize bodily dysfunction and metabolic dysfunction by taking action. So you can focus on replacing one set of cleaners at a time. I do know that it can be costly. I've been there. I'm not telling you to throw away every single thing. If you want to, that's completely up to you. But you can start. So for example, start in your bathroom. Okay, what do you have in your bathroom? Like I used to use the Mrs. Scrubbles or Mr. Scrubs, whatever that was. I used Lysol. I used Clorox cleaners. So then once you start replacing your bathroom cleaners, then you can start replacing your kitchen. Then when you start replacing your kitchen, then you'll start wanting to replace your home fragrances. Once then that happens, then you're going to start replacing your laundry detergent. And then it's just going to create a snowball effect. And that might cause you to want to look into your pantry and say, man, if my household cleaners are causing all of this, then what is my food causing? So then you see there's this beautiful lifestyle, healthy snowball effect. And it could also, maybe you're changing your food. It could also just affect and cause a wonderful health ripple effect in your home. And yes, somebody put yes, never wait until you're sick. She's absolutely right. Why are we gonna wait? I have some very good friends that I worked with in oncology, a really close friend of mine. We still talk nowadays, and we just talk like, oh my gosh, everybody's so sick. And you guys, when you're sick, the one thing that you want is what? You want to feel good. If you feel good in the body that you have now, praise God and amen. And if you don't, that's okay. There's ways to start helping your body out. And this is one of them because you're constantly in your home. So I would highly, capital letters, recommend doing the household cleaners first because that is what is used a lot. So like your bathroom and your kitchen. Remember not to forget to toss all the cleaners out. Don't leave them behind. You can put them in a plastic storage bin. And if you have like a hazardous waste, you can dump it there or just get rid of them. All right. So also, this is important because too much cleaning is also not good. When 2020 happened, everybody was sanitizing their hands. I worked in a hospital during 2020 and everybody was sanitizing crazy, I mean, nurses would get their skin would dry, they would crack. And there is such a thing that over sanitizing is going to cause issues because we need in our body, especially in our gut, we need a very good variety of different types of bacteria to help protect us against the bad ones. So if we don't have enough of the good guys because we've sanitized and killed them all, then we're going to get sick a lot. So please be aware that, listen, you cannot sterilize your home. If you want to help minimize germs in your home, take off your shoes. When my kids come in, I'm like, take off your shoes. Number one, we have chickens and ducks, and we live in the country, and there's caca outside. For if you know what caca is, that means poop. Number two, if you're going to the bathroom at Publix, urine splashes on the floor, and the bottom of our shoes are very dirty. I don't even want to know what's on the bottom of my shoes. So that is a really good free thing for you all to do in your home is to take off your shoes, leave them by the door. I wear slippers in my house. My kids will just walk barefoot. And again, I personally know people who have had their skin broken from washing, and that can just lead to a super infection. And when that happens, then you're going to have antibiotics, which is going to harm your good gut microbiome bacteria. And that's just going to lead to a cascade of events that we do want to avoid because why? We control the controllables. So that's, again, being very mindful of don't clean too much. Oh, so my client is in here. Christina made me throw out so much stuff. So glad she did. I love you. You're the best. And yes, I did make her do that. But the biggest thing I want to say, if she's okay, talking about me talking, like we had a really good conversation. And again, with my clients, like I break this down just like I'm doing this here. So if you guys are my clients because I love you all. So I'm telling you, like, this is what it's doing to your bodies. Once it clicks for you, you're like, oh my gosh, that makes total sense. And I can't believe it. And, she also, she mentioned in her comments that she had, like, her hands were really bad. So she's transitioned. Her home is clean. So this is a really big lifestyle that, I do with my clients besides nutrition. And just teaching you all here, like everything that we do, it matters so much. And again, your health is everything. So here's a really good way to think about not just that our cleaning products are here to clean, but they're part of our healthcare because we are exposing ourselves to them, we're handling them, and we're buying them, right? So think of your cleaning products as part of your health routine. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you do, you may wash your face, wash with whatever cleanser. So whatever touches your body, whatever you're spraying, think of that as a part of your healthcare routine. And you will see that you'll be able to lessen the chances of, if you have a child that has hyperreactive airway disease or asthma, you may start to see they have less exacerbations, which is going to then lead to you not having to go to the pediatrician so much, having to go to ER, which is going to decrease your copays for your pediatrician and your medication, albuterol, and having to go to the ER, wait countless hours. Thyroid issues, because a lot of these cleaning products are endocrine disruptions. Endocrine is a very big vast of hormones. It's not just reproductive hormones. We have hormones for digestion. We have hormones for sleep. We have hormones to be awake. We have a lot of hormones that do so many things. Thyroid is another big part of our health and hormones, our endocrine system. And I touched on reproductive challenges a lot. So this could really help. It could also lessen chances of childhood developmental challenges, which, as you guys saw in the EWG, one of the ingredients in that Airwick product got an F because it said developmental, and skin infections. Also cancer. Again, cancer is huge. My heart goes out to cancer patients. I've worked with them. I've worked with families. And this is something that I just didn't know existed. I mean, if I was in the hospital now, oh my gosh, I'd be like, you need to get rid of everything. But again, please share this information with somebody that you know, because this really could help them out. So you guys, you can do it. I did it, you can do it. And think of it like this. Once you start getting rid of the toxins, you're gifting you and your family good health. Who doesn't want good health? I want to be, God willing, a grandmother one day, and I want to be able to play with my grandkids. I want to keep up with my boys. They're very strong, and I'm working to get strong like them. And I want to be around to age well, and you know, you're gifting also your family less chemical exposures. Like, okay, now that I'm getting rid of this, it's one less burden, one less hit that your family's being exposed to. You're also keeping your pets safe. If you guys know me personally, I adore my dog Harvey. That dog is everything to me, and I tease him and I'll whisper to him that I love you more than I love the boys, which obviously is not true, but you know, he's really up there. So even when I watch his stuff, I'm very mindful. You know, I'm very picky about what he gets sprayed with. He even goes to a holistic grooming place. So we are all on the holistic train. Again, it took us a long time. This journey has been about almost 17 years. Well, we have fully transitioned over to being a clean household, and it was difficult in the beginning because I didn't know this information, and I'm delivering all this information to you because I want this to be easy for you guys. I don't want you guys to have to search for things. And I know social media can be extremely overwhelming with all the things and all the influencers. I'm just trying to make it very simple and fun and less stressful for you all because, you know, life is very busy and I don't want you to have to think about this too much. And you're also keeping your baby safe, especially if you have had fertility challenges and you want to keep that baby safe. This is the best thing that you can do because I know your moms out there, you're cleaning the baby's toys, you're cleaning the baby's bottles, their pacifiers, things that they put in their mouth. So this is also, you know, a gift for your babies, and it just takes one step. That's all you have to do. Just pick up your Clorox and say, "Okay, I'm going to get rid of this and it's going to go away." And be okay with not having things smell good. I know in the Latino, Hispanic, like, "Oh my gosh, it smells like pine salt and fabuloso in here," and you can smell right away you know, who uses it, but that's all chemicals. It is pure chemicals that is being used. So here's the fun stuff. So these are products I love and that I use. And I do not share anything or experiment with anything unless I've used it and I love it so much. And this is so Branch Basics is phenomenal. I also love the stories behind all of these companies. These are smaller companies that you're going to have to buy online because they take the time and they actually care about you and your family. They care about your children, they care about your conception, and as do I. So, Branch Basics is an all purpose cleaner. So, I use it for windows, kitchen counters, bathroom, my laundry detergent, and the Oxygen Boost, which replaces our OxiClean. I do have a code, so you can use that link for a discount. They also sell dish soap. They sell little travel sizes, which I will take with me. I do have that. That Branch Basics alone will literally replace like all of your house cleaners. The next one that I like is Grow Fragrance. That is a good replacement for your Airwick, for your Febreze, for your Glade. It is plant-based fragrance. Let me show you what it looks like because I'm a visual person and I would think that you guys would like to see it. So let me share my screen so you can kind of see what it looks like. So this is the website here, and they sell a package, they sell stuff for your car. So then what's nice about this, you're going to click on grow and it is going to, you know, no toxins. It's going to tell you all of the ingredients here and it's natural occurring, which is really nice. That is one company that I really love. Let me go back to sharing my the screen that I was on for my presentation. The other one I love is Force of Nature. Force of Nature, I worked as a school nurse for a while and I use Force of Nature. It's more for like a disinfectant. And that is phenomenal. I had a non-toxic clinic that I was very proud to start. I was very selective again with what I had these kids exposed to because, you know, kids are germs. They have fevers or sneezing. So I felt comfortable knowing that Force of Nature was not going to put me or the kids at harm by me just having just to clean so much whenever a little one left the school clinic. Wonderside is a wonderful brand for pets. It's a small company. It is USA based and they make pet products. So we have one for Harvey for like fleas and ticks that I'll spray on him. And where we live, I mean, thank God we haven't had a tick problem for him. So I would definitely want you guys to check them out for your dogs. They also sell some sprays for your yard because, again, if you're spraying with fertilizers, like, you know, for your garden, they are likely to have pesticides. So please take a look at the ingredients. Again, go to the company's website and go to that product that you have and look at the ingredients that are listed there. Another one for fragrance as Young Living. You, again, if you know me, you know that I love essential oils. I diffuse them. I use them for when my kids are not feeling well. I carry them with me in my purse. So I love essential oils. If you want to check them out, I do have my link here for that. And those, again, you can just get a diffuser. I diffuse in the morning. There's, you know, some that are nice and floral, some that are earthy. So essential oils they just have such a wide variety for being used. So these are, again, are products I love, products I use, and that I stand by. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for being here. And as a disclaimer, everything that I mentioned, this is for educational purposes only. I do not diagnose. This is not meant to treat, prescribe, or cure. This is to empower you guys and to realize, and for you guys to understand the power that you have, the power to say, okay, I'm not going to buy Clorox. I'm not going to buy this. I'm going to take my health into my hands because at the end of the day, our health is our responsibility. We only get one body to live in, and we should be good stewards of that body and also teaching our kids as well. My kids are eventually going to leave my house, and I want to ensure that they understand. I know they think I'm crazy sometimes, but I want them to understand why I do what I do for them. And then the last one is going to be how to connect with me. You can go to my website, cheerstohealth.com. My cell phone number is there. You can find me on Facebook, Christina Moreira, my name, and also Cheers to Health RN. If you have Instagram, give me a follow at christinashealthcorner.com. I'm very active on there. I share a lot of tips with you guys. And, you know, if I go to Costco or BJ's, I'll share what I'm buying. And if there's any way that I can support you, if you, again, like this video, save it, share it, subscribe to my channel, I would deeply appreciate it. I do this, again, because I'm passionate. I've had a health journey, and I just love you guys for being here. And if you guys ever want to chat about your health, just give me a call. And we'll love to talk to you. So does anybody have any questions before we hop off? I do want to make sure that I get to everybody because I did highlight some comments. If nobody has questions, then we will call it a day. And stay tuned. I will put my next masterclass up on. So the way that I do my masterclass is I put an event on Facebook. So please make sure to follow me on Facebook to keep in touch. All right, you guys. Thank you. Bye.